Good evening, students. Today, in this video, we will start a new topic, that is animal tissues. Animal tissues, plant tissues. Till now, we have completed plant tissues. Now, next is animal tissues. Animal tissues are of four types. We will discuss four types of animal tissue, that is epithelial tissue, nervous tissue, connective tissue, and muscular tissue. Firstly, we will learn about the epithelial tissue. The covering or protective tissues present in the animal body are epithelial tissue. It is the thin protective layer of cells which covers the surface of the body and lines the internal organs. The cells of epithelial tissue are packed close together, so they don't have intercellular spaces. The shape of these cells depends on the location and function of their tissue. So, on the basis of the shape of cells, epithelial tissue is classified into three categories, that is squamous, columnar, and cuboidal. We will learn one by one each animal tissues, each epithelial tissue. So first is your squamous epithelial tissue. They have two categories, that is simple squamous and stratified squamous. Simple squamous, this tissue is composed of a single layer of thin and flat plate-like cells. These cells fit closely like the bricks in a wall, and they form a smooth membrane. They are present in the blood vessels, alveoli of the lungs. Next, stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified squamous epithelium, they are multi-layered. You can see in this picture. This is simple squamous and this is stratified squamous. This is one single layered and this stratified squamous is many layered or multi-layered tissue. Their location is, they are present in the esophagus, in the lining of mouth, in the skin. They are found in the outer layer of the skin, and it covers the internal cavities and ducts. Its function include protection of internal organs and allows diffusion to take place easily in blood vessels and alveoli. This is about the squamous epithelial tissue. Next one is columnar epithelial tissue. Columnar epithelial tissue, they are composed of single layer of column-like cells. You can see in this picture single column-like cells. The function of columnar epithelium is absorption and secretion. Columnar means pillar-like. This epithelium tissue facilitates the movement across the epithelial barrier. The location, it is present in the respiratory tract, inner lining of stomach and intestine. In the respiratory tract, the columnar epithelium tissue has cilia. Cilia are hair-like projections which is present on the outer surfaces of epithelium cells. Here they are present, cilia. When cilia moves, their movement pushes the mucus forward to clear it. So this type of tissue is also called ciliated columnar epithelium. Now next one is cuboidal epithelial tissue. Cuboidal epithelial tissue, The cells of this tissue are composed of cube-like cells. They are fit closely. They are present inside the kidney tubules and the salivary glands. The function of this tissue are secretion and absorption, and they provide support also. So this is about the epithelial tissue: squamous, columnar and cuboidal. Squamous, two types: simple squamous means single layered, stratified squamous means multi-layered, then columnar, which is also called ciliated columnar epithelial tissue, and last one is cuboidal. One more point which is in which we have to cover in cuboidal epithelium, that it is a specialization, means when epithelial cells acquire additional specialization as gland cells which can secrete substances at the epithelial surface. So sometimes the portion of this epithelial tissue folds inward and then multicellular gland is formed. So this is also called glandular epithelium. Okay, so this is about the epithelial tissue. In next we will learn about the connective tissue. Go through this video, listen it carefully, and if you have any doubt you can clear your doubts. Thank you.